Hey guys, Tony here, and today I want to show you my Morrowind Bunker base. Alright, so I picked this planet because it looks like Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls game. It has big tall mushrooms. It's an exotic planet with extreme weather, which is kind of like Ash Mountain, the volcano of the game that erupting and spilling out all that kind of nasty stuff. So that's why I picked it. It was kind of like it hit me when I first arrived, and I said like, okay, I'm gonna settle here. So I built one of my favorite bases on this planet, and it's basically a bunker that lets my holds my exocrafts. I can pick any exocraft I want and then go out and explore. So these archways are entry and exit ways for the exocraft, and the farthest in the left is the Colossus one, the big massive exocraft. We're gonna check all those out, and hopefully you get ideas for your own base designs. Okay, so let's get to it. First, outside we'll see a harvester and a few feeders to because there's a swarm of spiderlings like these ones that spawn here. Okay, so if I stay here a bit, they'll come in and then we'll start taming them. But that's not really what we're here for. So let's just move into the base. Okay, we could walk in through the archways, or we could take that teleporter there, and then go directly into the energy center. Okay, so the first area, this first quadrant is the science area. This is where you find your refineries. There is also a activated indium deposit nearby, so you'll be able to get indium from here, and there's gonna be oxygen over here that you can use for carbon, and the indium you can use for chromatic metal. This is the main power supply for our base. We have routed our electricity to come through this main uh, cable, the one in the bottom, directly into the overseer's office, where he can force shut down power to the entire base. Okay. Over here, I was playing with the proximity sensor in an arrangement that would, once the proximity sensor like detects a OK signal that this is a valid person, it'll turn on the green light. Um, Obviously, whoever comes in will turn the green light. It's just the proximity sensor detecting someone. But then that shutting down will turn that red light off. I can eventually, if you want to see this, I can do a quick video later on how to make this particular circuit and any others that you see along the video. So just ask if you see anything that you want me to break down and show you the step-by-steps of building. Just ask in the comments below. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And hit the notification bell. That really helps me out. So over here, we have the science terminal, okay, where our Korvac scientist gets to work on all our exocrafts, okay. Korvacs are machines, and when they build things, they consider them their children. So it made sense to have him oversee all the exocraft, and that's what he would do from here. But over here we can mount. This is our Minotaur parking, and I'll just step a little bit farther away so I can show you clearly. So here we can just come out of our bunker and mount our Minotaur, and then just travel. I have a few decorations, like a few arms on the sides of the wall, kind of like that Corvax is working with the Minotaur, right, through that computer terminal that we just saw. But he is then operating these arms, these robotic arms that you see on the wall right now, and just making updates and fixing any combat damage that we had taken. That's just the way, but that I see it. Okay, I put lights on the bottom so that it's well illuminated. It was kind of dark, but yeah. If you notice, when we look up, there's a hollow ceiling. Okay, and that's because when you summon the Minotaur specifically, it actually falls from the ground, kind of like your freighter is dropping it on your location. So I'll just show you that if I summon the Minotaur, it falls from the ground, and then it's ready to go. It's ready for us to mount again. So that's why it kind of didn't make sense for the Minotaur to drop in when I had a ceiling. So I dug all the way up and created this chute so that the kind of like the freighter can pinpoint the location and then drop the exocraft with accurate precision. This is a really futuristic, so that doesn't seem so difficult to achieve. Um, Over here we have our cave. Okay, there is a cave in our base, and this was actually lucky that I found it because I just picked an area close to the ocean that had a wall. It was kind of like a wall of stone, and it ended up having a cave system inside. And eventually I'll show you because over here we have another exocraft, the pilgrim, I mean the nomad here, and I can use the nomad to go out into the world from inside this cave, or just go keep exploring the cave system. It's not that big of a cave system, but still has plenty of tunnels to explore. So if we come back into the base, this is the inside of our bunker. Okay, I still I haven't showed you the other part of the exograph, but since we're here, let's do it. This is the overseer's office that I mentioned earlier. Okay, and it has four switches that each one has a different function in the base. Okay, zero is the main power switch. Okay, if I shut this down, everything goes off, the entire base, because all the electromagnetic fields come through this wire and are directly connected to this switch. So now I can turn on this one, okay, over here. Number two will control the lights, all the electricity in the lights, but this won't prevent the other switches from operating. Notice that they still have power. The lights went off, okay, but the security and everything and the indium oxygen deposits still have power, okay. Let's turn on the lights again. Now, I, I think number three is still not operating, so I'm not even gonna demo that. Um, but number one is very interesting because number one is our security switch. Okay, what that means is that, say the sentinels are invading this bunker, trying to destroy us, right? I can flip that switch and the proximity sensors stop working. It's a force shutdown of all the doors in the bunker, not just in the bunker but above as well. There's a kind of like a base outside as well. It will also shut down that one, forcing everything from the outside to not be able to get in. Okay, still, oh, there's a fire, or the sentinels have actually broken in and we have to escape from the outside. How are we going to do that? Well, each door still has a switch that they can force manual override and escape. Okay, even if the switch for the shutdown is active. Okay, so let me show you that. There's also another switch. This one doesn't have it, but this one does. I do have to turn on the doors though. So let's go ahead and turn off the shutdown signal and go back to this door, because I just wanted to show you that we also have this switch on the left, and just you see how it opens on proximity. If I toggle this switch, it will turn off the proximity sensor, forcing the door to. It actually just forces power to the door so that it forces shut, even if the proximity sensor is sending its signal. Okay, so it doesn't shut down the proximity sensor. It just forces power down to the door and forces it shut. Right over here we have uh, the teleporter, but there's nothing special about the teleporter. Okay, it has a few windows to see into the other areas. No, nothing special. Okay, uh behind the teleporter we find the kitchen, which has our I forget, the harvester employee, I think. Well, the nutrient, it also has nutrient processors, so that you can cook, and it only has a star bulb and a facium, which is what you need to feed the animals outside. Okay, so that's the whole point of this area. Is just so that you can prepare easily and conveniently the bait that the animals outside need. And if you run out of Phasium, boom, then you just harvest it from there. Okay, let's go back outside before I show you the cave. Okay, and I want to show you one of my favorite areas, which is the other side of the Exocraft parking or bay, the Exocraft bay, I should call it. On this side, we have the Nomad in on the left, and we have the Roamer here on the right. Okay, so this lets me just mount whichever Exocraft I want. Let's say the Pilgrim, and then I'm able to just ride the my way outside the bunker. Okay, and then just go explore the environment, the Morrowind environment. There's also an ocean here, so there's pretty cool stuff. And there are animals in the ocean that are biped, have four legs, which are pretty rare. I think I've read they're rare, so that's pretty interesting. And you guys can go and explore that. Once you visit this base, your exocraft should load on these pedestals, and you'll be able to just like mount them and go out exploring. Okay, so boom. All right. Now let me show you here because in this we have a gate that is switch controlled. It's like so. Let's just go in. This is the area where I have the office for the Exocraft maintenance or engineer. He fixes the Exocraft. He can you can also talk to him. He'll give you missions, okay? Even if you complete your storyline missions, he'll still give you more missions for you to go out and explore, which are pretty cool. I still haven't decorated it. I started, but like I had so many pieces already that it started affecting the frame rate. So I kind of like held up my my decoration process. But if we go out here and across the hall, we find the battery supply. Right now I have it shut down because we have enough power from the electromagnetic field, but I could turn this on and that would make it so the battery starts flowing into the other circuits. All right. So beyond that, we have the Colossus Bay, but I want to show it to you from another viewpoint. Okay. So we have stairs here, and then here we have the Colossus parking bay. And there's you notice those lights? I'm gonna show you those lights later. What they mean. Here you have, yes, this is the base. So notice that there is a office right behind the Colossus. That's why I made those lights. It kind of like came. It was an idea. Okay, I'll just show you. It's hard to explain, but the idea is that this is a big, massive vehicle, right? And if this vehicle were to crash into that thin wall, it would suddenly be inside that engineer's office, okay? So it would be a bad day for him. But we installed proximity sensors to help guide our driver so that when he or she is coming in, okay, one proximity sensor will trigger a yellow light, hopefully, if we get close enough. There it is. When you're really close, and then once it's you're on the pedestal and ready, it should turn on the red and say like stop. Okay, so stop means we're good and parked. We didn't crush. So it was just to like help like create that role playing where like something technological is guiding you for parking to avoid disasters. Okay. Last thing, there's more to show. So let's go into the overseer's office real quick. There's two more things to show. I'm gonna show you where the spaceships land, okay? And it's actually pretty cool, like because you land on the roof. Let me just save in case I crash or anything. I don't know. It's just a habit of me. Every time I come in, I hit the save. Okay, so if we take this teleporter here, we'll go directly to the roof. Okay, and there's nothing much but like a way out into the environment. If we go through this door, we have our platform, but then we also have a big. Oh, I went into. I forgot there's that gap there. Okay, let me get out of the gap. There we are. Mind the gap. Okay, I did put railings. That's why I had those two doors. That's why I had those two doors so that I wouldn't fall through their gap. Anyway, okay. So you can notice this is the chute that I showed you earlier for the Minotaur, right? Look, and that's where they falls. And this is just a deck that below this is the science area, the science where the electromagnetic field is. But we could just roast barbecues if the storms would let us. This is an extreme environment, so it doesn't. Okay. So this is our SATA. I use this. Um, Let me just show you. Okay, this is the Exocraft. I'll show you what it's called. Exocraft. The Exocraft summoning station. I use it just like a radio satellite, as a communication satellite. I really don't need it because the freighter does all that job. Does the same job as that. But I use it for just aesthetic. Okay, so you don't need it on your base, but if you want it, like it's a pretty cool aesthetic. There's a trade station right behind us. So that's why you see the ships flying in and out, and it's actually pretty cool. That's a tip. If you build your base near a trade station, you'll constantly see ships flying above you, which is pretty cool. I think gives it a little bit more dynamics. Okay, let's go back down because that's pretty much all there is on that terrace. And let me show you the cave. Okay, so now the pilgrim. Yeah, no, the nomad. I think this is the nomad. Yes, the nomad. We can use to go either exploring the cave, and which I like because this cave, the terrain is really rough. So as you can see, so therefore the nomad being suspended above ground makes total sense to me. Okay, so you could get lost, so be careful. And I don't want to get lost. I took the right way. Okay, there's album and pearls all around. This way you can exit. Okay, there's more exits. I'm gonna show you one bigger one because I actually got turned around. So here in the right is where we started. Look, this is our base bunker here from a little bit farther view. And then if we go up and then follow this tunnel here, we come into a big opening that also has an exit to the outside. There it is. That's the exit. This is the best way out in my opinion. It's just I'm not that familiar, so I always forget. But there's our trace station, you see, and then you're out and exploring. So let's go back in. You'll see the entryway right over here. Is this the same one? No, this is not the same one. I got turned around. Okay. Well, we can just find our way back to the base from the outside. All right, we're here. So yeah, this is the base. A little farther over there is the deposit, the indium deposit. I'll just fly a little bit. You can see it. That's indium, and then the oxygen one is in the ocean. But you guys don't need to go to those because we already have one of the supply depots inside the refinery. So you can directly harvest all the indium and oxygen from here. But yeah, you can make this your first base. You can just use it whenever you want. Uh, and there's gonna be a lot. You can sell all this indium. Look at this indium. It's worth 8 million units. Okay, so come and sell those because I don't. If I loot 8,000 indium in survival mode, my inventory is gonna get flooded. I can only sustain 250 a stack at a time. Okay, so I don't even. I have other money making methods. So if you want, just come and collect indium, turn it into chromatic metal or whatnot. It's an S-class vein, so it should be pretty cool. Mind the storms. This is an extreme planet, okay? So those storms can be dangerous, but being an exotic planet as well, okay? It makes it so that when there is no storm, you don't get any hazard damage. So as soon as the storm passes, you're gonna be fine, like you were in any lush planet. But then the storm comes and it's an extreme one, okay? It's an electromagnetic storm, so just be careful there. What else? What else? That's it. That's pretty much it. My favorite thing is the Minotaur. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite, and the Colossus. You can see I spent a lot of time with the robotic arms and figuring out the console and the science terminal. But if you like this video, if you have anything you want to find out how to achieve and how to build for yourself, want me to break down the process, like the columns or the circuits or whatever, just leave me the comments down leave me a comment down below, and I'll do a short video on that, or answer you directly. But yeah, this is Tony signing out. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you on the next one.